We are live. Aloha, brother. How you doing?
Aloha,
Oh,
bro. Good,
you.
you.
We got Aremistic in the house.
Thanks for having me, bro.
So yeah, great. Thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Just to open it up, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like your background. Um, know that you have a large experience in the musical domain, even internationally, with studies abroad and then coming back home. Powerful music, mixing reggae, hip hop style, uh, traditional musical instruments like the Vivo.
Mhm.
I really think you're just an inspiring figure in the Polynesian landscape in the music industry. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thank you, Sam. I'm from Papeete, from Tahiti, the main island in French Polynesia. My name is Arimiti, and I'm just a young city boy. Really, I'm from the main city, and so my parents have listened to a lot of different music, different styles. So that's I think that's where came my main inspirations. I mean that opened my register of music, which is not usually in Tahiti. I would say, like, it's not everyone that listens to any kind of genres when they're young, and that's how I started being interested in playing guitar from the age of 13. I started playing guitar, and I wasn't too much into traditional in the beginning, so I really started with guitar and Bob Marley songs, pretty classic background. And then I got interested when I was in university. I got interested in audio engineering, so I went to study audio in New Zealand. So I did 2 years in New Zealand, and then I went to Holland, Amsterdam, to further my studies. And I did 2 years there. Came back. I started working at the cultural center. So Te Whare Itinui, La Maison de la Culture. And from then, I really got in touch with traditional. I did the Heva as a audio tech, and then I started to learn about all the musical instruments. Then I started integrating that into my music and learned the Vivo, and now we're here.
What inspires you? I mean, your music, coming from taking care of the land, and you have a new song about times changing and the this evolution. Always lyrics that have meaning. It's just not entertainment. Like today, in some music, we see that it's very superficial, but your music seems to really go beyond the surface into deeper themes. What inspires you to take that position?
Mm, uh, I think reggae already has a really conscious message. So in my main source of inspiration, I guess, was the reggae genre, because I really listened to a lot of local reggae with Angelo, and also Bob Marley. Bob Marley is a big inspiration, I guess, for many artists worldwide. But I would say that there is a special connection in the islands, because maybe Jamaica is an island also, and and so the reggae genre is a big inspiration, and also our island. And I'm a spearfisher, so I I've seen the changes under the ocean, under the water, from when I was young. So like some rocks, some corals we used to go were very fishful, and nowadays when I go back there, I see the changes. I see how the fishes went down, and how we have much more cars now. And I guess that's where it came, the inspiration. I like to talk about this kind of things.
Yeah. You have a very inspiring story. Being a local boy and then going, to New Zealand, Amsterdam, for your studies, and coming back and just doing your own thing, but with such a great reception from the public here. People love you here. You know, they love the message that you're perpetuating, your style. You have collaborations with a lot of different local artists. What would be your message to younger generations about, using your story as an example to follow, leaving the Whenua,
Mm.
learning and coming back and being even more powerful? What would be your message to the younger generations?
Mm, I would say uh, don't be don't put barriers, or um, don't necessarily listen uh, to the environment or the education that told you that you couldn't do what you want to do. If you see a way, go for it. And it's good for locals to travel to see how people do things in other countries. I think uh, that was the big eyes opener for me, especially when I went to in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is New Zealand is similar to here, like the vibe, the people. But in Amsterdam, it's like a very strong capitalist country. And for example, in Amsterdam, that's the first time I saw like students. One of the jobs they do is every day at 4 before the supermarkets close, they go in there and check in the fridges all the outdated products like salads and stuff. They walk in the supermarket with this big their garbage bin, and they take those products, outdated products, and they put a dishwashing liquid on it, so people cannot take it from the garbage and throw it in front of everyone. And people do their groceries normally next to that. In France, it's more like we hide it, but there they show it live and they don't care. And I was like, wow, this is a very special thing
Yeah.
to make sure no one is going to be able to buy these things we grew to eat.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
It's kind of a double message with that type of example, you know. One, showing the public that we are, wasting food, and then two, the second message is it's a little bit, I don't know, because if you have food that can still be consumed, but it's past a little bit past the limit of sale, as opposed to like, just giving it away, right? They're actually condemning it to being inconsumable,
And they make sure that it's going to go into landfills,
right?
not compost, because it's dishwashing. They throw it in the plastic blister straight into the garbage bin.
Yeah.
Plastic bag. They make sure it goes into landfill.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy things.
So beyond music, you're actually seeing when you travel, you're seeing societal circumstances that help you to see the society here in French Polynesia from another angle.
Yeah, exactly. And the luck we have to be born here, really, because then you see this huge difference in mentality, in education, and how people evolve in their environment. Because in the city, you forget that everything comes from the earth. Actually,
Yeah.
People just they go hunt in the supermarket,
Right.
and it's very separated from what I feel real life is.
And so I think that this disconnectedness, we're in this era of connectivity with AI and with new technologies that are prevalent, and we see the younger generations that are largely disconnected in the sense that they're connected for hours at a
They're
time.
super connected, but disconnected from the soil, I would say.
I think you epitomized like this bridge between ancient and modern and times in the sense that you're a music a producer. So you are also producing music, but you're also an artist, and you integrate traditional music instruments into your music. And I mean, you're making music and utilizing this technology to be able to share it. So you're a great example of mixing the past and present. But how do you see the future evolving over the next 10, 20 years with all these, hyperbolic advancements in technology? How do you see the future of French Polynesia, of Ma'ohinui?
Mm, you mean music-wise?
Yeah, generally. I mean, music, of course, you're a musician. We could start there.
So nowadays, with some friends, we are very aware of what AI does, and there is all those new channels opening on YouTube of AI music. We're not sure if it's made by Tahitian artists, but it's advertised as is. And like this, there is this channel that makes one music a day. It's like reggae music written in Tahitian and English and sometimes French. And it's obviously AI because the way that they speak the Tahitian in the song. But these are like one hits a day type of quality, and it's very hard to beat that type of productivity. Like sometimes we make songs in a year, in 5 years, in 3 months. In 3 months, this guy he already released 90 songs. So for me, the future is already here. It's like what I don't know what AI is gonna do. AI evolves so fast that even in 1 month, what is done today is already obsolete.
Right.
In 1 month, I would guess even in 5 days, it's already how AI evolves in 5 days, because it's AI is pretty much infinity control of all the data that exists.
Yeah.
So it's like instant consciousness of everything that has ever existed.
Yeah.
So you cannot beat that as a human. And I keep telling my friends, the only time where we're gonna be where AI is gonna beat us is when we're gonna insert an AI into a human brain. So AI will be able to have human experience. Once this happens, then I think the future is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Then you cannot control anything.
So I have a question for you about these AI, because I wasn't aware that there's actually AI producing Tahitian local style music with Reo Maohi.
I don't know if there are Tahitian people behind this, but I'm aware of that reggae channel. But then we start to discover there is a trap channel, there is an R&B channel in Tahitian, and the lyrics are correct.
Okay.
I mean, it's written correctly.
Really?
But it's not pronounced correctly.
Okay.
So you know it's a robot.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna get there.
Okay.
At some point. It's coming.
Yeah. And so, but how do you feel about the quality of this music? I mean, were you actually listening to it? Were you like vibing with it, or was it missing an element?
I'm listening to it, man. Like it's hits.
Oh, really?
There is like a few songs that I listen every day now.
Serious?
They're part of my playlist. They're really good songs, man.
AI generated.
AI generated.
Oh,
but,
man.
Still human fed.
Right.
I mean, you know, if you look at
it's not auto generated.
If you look at the prompt, he must have trained his AI to say,
course.
oh, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, and make a similar song.
Yeah.
But you listen to it, it's very good songs, man.
Wow.
It's hits.
So this kind of represents like almost a threat to the actual people, like humans who are making, music.
At the first, when you first listen to that, you will feel like it's a threat. But then, to me, it's just more music. I mean, here in Tahiti, we like a competition.
Mm-hmm.
So when there's a new band coming, everyone's like, we have to beat them. Or I never thought like that. I always thought like, oh, it's more music coming.
Right.
The more music we have, the better for me. So for me, this AI is good because it gives us new songs, so you can get inspired. But for sure, if you're a starting musician and you have to face that, then you might give up easily.
Yeah.
But I would say no, because this band you can never see live.
Exactly.
You cannot watch them.
Right.
You will only consume their music online.
Yeah.
So it's new. It's coming to us, and we are reflecting about this now. And I have a couple of friends we're researching now.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, did you see like this friend sent me this trap rap, Tahitian rap, very strong song, very strong lyrics, just the pronunciation. So this song, they're starting to train the rap trap Tahitian trap AI, But I don't know what they're gonna do in a month, in a year.
Yeah, it's happening so fast.
Yes, exactly. And it seems like it's all automatically trained. It seems like he told his AI to listen to Tahitian reggae music, and he trained his AI to release on YouTube. I mean, it's so perfect. the way it's released every day, blah blah blah.
Like an algorithm
What
that's
the-
been just mastered.
and
I mean,
it's
that's
insane. It's insane.
there
It's
is a
just-
certain beauty in that. And I really love it when, you know, it's actually, because like you said, it's human AI. Because so there's a human element, so that's prompting, and then that's you know, orchestrating the development of those
Exactly.
productions. So tell us about your new production. Is it called A Time for Change?
There is a time.
There is a
Yes,
time, and so this has integrated with the new video that you guys have produced.
Yes.
So shout out to the brothers Sammy Nine, who was
Yes.
on that production. Other team members for that production.
We were only three team members for this. So my friend Patu Zion, the owner of Polynesian Studio. That was me on the production and composition, and Sami directed the video. But it's a 3-man job, thanks to AI.
Yeah.
Sami he animated old pictures from the 1940s to the 1960s from Tahiti, and also more recent ones. And he put together this clip when he was inspired by the song.
Yeah.
So that was actually that was not planned, this project. Sami and Temana from South Fiction, so the video production company South Fiction, they are in charge of my audiovisual content connecting to my album. So I have this album coming, containing all my singles of the previous years. I do like a physical version of it, and I gave them all the songs already, and they're in charge of the production of all the video clips. So they listen to the songs and they give me ideas. We planned already 3 video clips by the end of this year, and There Is a Time wasn't part of that. So Sami had the inspiration one night. He was listening to the song and he told me, "Hey man, I have to make this video. I will send you a teaser tomorrow." And he made that teaser with all photos, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
that's very good."
I think it's been really well received. Very
Yes.
inspiring. You know, you look at old photos and it's already in themselves, you know, that certain authenticity with that grain of color. But then you kind of bring them to life,
Yes,
and it's just like it's like, wow. Now you're honoring the past, and then the theme of your song too corresponds with that notion of honoring the past.
exactly. And the first demo of this song we did in 2016. It's like nearly 10 years ago, and today it has more sense than ever.
Yeah.
So I really like that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And Sami really had the good idea of using old photos for that. And I think like I've been showing it to old people, like above the people that were alive at that time.
Right.
And they were all like, "Hey, you have many actors from the past.
Yeah.
How did you film this?" And then 2 minutes on, they're like, "Oh no, we understand. It's photos from
Right.
the past, and you animated." I was like, "Wow, that's so good."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, that's very good that you can do that now. You couldn't do that before.
Yeah. This is
Only now."
Yeah, we're starting to become more keen on how to use these technologies
Yes.
to reach these end goals
It's
of
still
animating.
a tool. Like if you give it human inspiration, then it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you could just prompt listen hey, hello AI, listen to this music and do the ideal clip for it,
Right.
point, and then
Yeah,
he-
but not the
he-
same impact.
and he would make a clip that would
Yeah,
look
they
good,
would.
I guess.
But it's even better, I think, when the prompt is more specific. You know, you have a
Yes.
specific image. I mean, and depending on the you know the amount of actual work that the AI is going to do to
Mm-hmm.
animate it, you know, but even just subtle animations makes it, you know, it just brings it to life.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
so it's really beautiful, very unique. I think it's the first time ever here in French Polynesia in Maoni
Yeah.
Nui where this type of artistic expression has been really put on the forefront of the musical sphere, you know, using AI. So,
Yeah, I think so.
you know, big shout out to your guys' team for doing that. It's a beautiful production, and I think it's been really well received by the general public. Have you started getting feedback already? I know you just published the video recently.
Yeah. I every time I meet my friends in the streets and or people that know my music in the streets, they really cheer up for that video. The only thing is I made like a small mistake, not really a mistake. It's more like I didn't really care about it, but I had multiple releases at the same time as this video. So I released the There Is a Time with Sami 9, and then I released also another song called Today with David Carroll. Shout out to David Carroll from France. So he's a Basque singer. And I released also another song, Mighty Mighty, 2 days ago. So uh, those cross release is not really helpful for
Yeah.
each other. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that
Well,
again.
you're living and learning, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't really care about release dates, and it all came
Yeah.
at the same time. So I was like, maybe it's a convergence point,
Yeah.
and I should leave it like this.
Yeah.
But so everyone is telling me, but hey, your last song is good.
And you're like,
these
which
days.
one?
And I was like, yeah, but which
Which
one?
one?
But
Yeah.
but definitely, There Is a Time is my project. It's
Yeah.
like it's my baby, and
Yeah.
and it was a very a really big project
Yeah.
for us, and we get very good reception.
Yeah.
Many opportunities. Many people call me that I didn't collaborate with yet, and I was like, hey man, when I saw this, we should get together, get in touch, and we should talk. And it's like, okay, cool.
I love it. I feel like you're in your journey. You're getting to like this point of maturation where you're really posed and you're just putting out these productions, and it's just like it's so beautiful seeing the evolution of people. You know, you're a '90s baby, so you're approaching the 40s. Yeah, I'm 40. They say that men become mature when they're 40 years old. You know,
Okay,
and I
okay.
can believe that. You know, now
Yeah, I
being
can
40
believe it.
myself.
I
You know,
understand that. It
And-
takes this time.
yeah, it takes that time, that experience, you know, those successes, those failures, just to be able to get to the point where you're really confident in yourself. And then you just start to be producing things, you start rolling naturally.
Yeah, and everything makes more sense.
Yeah.
You know the path that you're on.
Yeah.
It's not like because I guess you've been walking on it, creating it, tidying it up,
Yeah.
and now the path is clean,
Yeah.
and you just use it.
Yeah.
I would say it like this.
Yeah, pa'ari. They say there's a Hawaiian proverb, it's like kulia kanu'u, you know, which is like climb the mountain, you know, and oni pa'a, which is stand firm. And I believe that once you have that knowledge and that self-security, you know, that confidence in yourself, and then you just go with what, you know, God has given you as gifts, you know, and that you've cultivated, and you just have that strength, you know, and the proof is in the pudding, how they say, protect the Whenua. That was a very powerful song. You have these new songs, This Is a Time, Today. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? I mean, Protect the Whenua, I feel like that's such a powerful song, you know?
Protect the Whenua is I wrote it like more like a poem. So it didn't have a really a repetitive chorus and all that. So we worked on it more as a statement, not really as a necessarily as a pop song or a song. I didn't really advertise it to go on the radio. It was more like a full piece with the video all together. And Protect the Whenua is just like a poem I wrote for the land, and to show the main theme of the song is that it's all in our hands, in the palm of our hands, Te Apurima, because here it's a very strong symbol, what we put in our hands, and that everything, because in the end everything we do is in the palm of our hands, and the land also. So
Yeah.
that's why that was the main message.
How about the Tahitian language? You know, we see a lot of people in the country where it's the parents are speaking Maohi, the children, you know, understand but aren't speaking. But what about their children? You know, if they're not speaking to their children, so the importance of the Reo Maohi. I know that you have a high regard for it. How has that affected you on your voyage of discovering and sculpting that in your music? How has that changed your perspectives, or how is it currently helping you to evolve as an artist?
Nice question. I like the way you brought it because uh, when I was young, because here there was the like all colonized islands, I guess there was a ban. So the we were banned to practice our culture when the missionaries arrived, and that was my grandmother's generation who really endured this ban. So when I was young, I asked my grandmother, my grandfather to teach me Taishan, and they would tell me that I should learn only French if I wanna evolve in the world. I should not learn Taishan because they were forced not to. But they speak Taishan, strong Taishan, and my mom she learned Taishan also with her grandmother, so my grandmother's mom. And when I was young, I wanted to learn Taishan with my grandmother, but she didn't want to. So I had to take lessons once I was an adult, and and I really wanted to learn and speak Tahitian to understand first of all what other artists were saying, were singing, and also just to learn my own language. Uh, I think I think the what makes us rich is diversity. When you travel to other country, everything looks the same. Everyone does something, does things in the same ways, and that became the standard. But what I learned from traveling in other places is that there is no standard. Standard is defined by where you live, and where you live defines diversity, a diversity of environment, climate, temperature, whatever. And this is very important. This is where I think most problems and war come from. It's when they try to adapt a standard to some place that people that you don't know, and you try to impose those standards to the people who live there, who actually know how it works. And that's then and that is diversity we have to keep, because it's knowledge from the past.
Yeah.
And most big companies, big countries, when they move to some places that they've never been, they try to impose those way of doing things, and most of the time it's not, it doesn't fit,
Right.
where the environment is different, where the language is different,
Yeah.
people are different. And so that's why we have to keep language strong. We have to keep our ways of living strong, because these are the ways we've inherited from the past,
Yeah.
and this has to stay strong if
Yeah.
we want to keep this knowledge
That's
of
beautiful.
our place.
That's beautiful. The traditional Hawaiian capital wasn't Honolulu. It was in a place called Moku'ula in present-day Lahaina, Maui. And the motto of this ancient kingdom was Ikawamamua Kawamahope. The past beholds the future. How would you interpret that quote? The past beholds the future, because what you just said kind of incarnates that.
Yeah, it's the matamua. Te hiro atung matamua. Our heritage from the land comes from the past, but matamua, mua means beyond.
Yeah.
And the way we say the past is mata mua, the eye that looks to the future, is the ancient time. So I think that's the closest.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. I mean, this notion of what these ancestors who came before us, these traditional ways of life, so sustainable. You know, and even the name of the podcast, Kokua vibes. Kokua is what's best for the community. So if you were rich, everybody around you would benefit.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the main principle. Like the better you are, the better your community becomes.
Yeah.
But now in capitalist system, it's the opposite. Is if you want to get better, then you should you should take advantage of your neighbor. So then you become rich.
Yeah, individual gain.
Yes, yes.
And so you today, as an artist, are able to vehicle all of these ideas through your artistic expression. How does that make you feel?
You mean now that now that I can see that people listen to it? You mean?
Yeah.
Mm, I would say that I didn't necessarily did that so that more people listen to it. That's been my message all the time with my friends when we will go fishing and all that. But I'm starting to learn that uh, how the message spreads when once people are interested in what you do.
Yeah.
So I would say that the audience has grown large nowadays. I think those last 3 years, 4 years, I would say that I can feel the impact
Yeah.
when I meet people and all that. But I'm still learning this and how to spread the message.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't my goal all that time. But now few people ask me that already.
Yeah.
How do you feel your message is being shared to the population and how it's been interpreted and all that? So I would say this is out of control, but it's still something that I'm learning.
Yeah. You're contributing to a better tomorrow
I hope so.
in your own way.
That's for sure.
You know, and I think it's so cool how we do. You know, this is the notion of ikigai. You know, it's your passion, it's your know-how, a societal need, and then remuneration. So you can actually live your life doing what you love and make a living doing it. Speaking of making a living, so you're now at the cultural center, so at the Maison
Yes.
de la Culture. It seems like that aligns perfectly with your values. It seems like that's the perfect place for you to be. Like, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, that's. I'm really happy to work there now, and I feel like it's really for me the best place to work because I'm in contact with all the Polynesian artists, some of the most renowned artists. I see the Heva, so the biggest festival in French Polynesia. And this is also where I started to learn about all the traditional instruments. So I cannot be thankful enough that I work here and that I've been seeing all this art, all this Polynesian culture. We also have like this. We also have this the only library that has ancient books in Tahiti that you can actually consult. And it's a big part of my inspiration to have learned Tahitian culture and art in the cultural center.
Have you taken the time to actually look through some of those ancient books?
Yeah, when I do some research, sometimes I go and check and do some research in the library. Yes.
That's so cool. So I saw recently, I mean, you've had so much going on in the last 6 months.
Yes.
Just so many things.
This year was big.
Yeah. Speaking of big, Small Island Big Song. Can you talk to us about that? What is that?
Yeah, so Small Island Big Song, it's a collective founded by Bao Bao Chen, which is a producer from Taiwan, and Tim Cole, a music producer from Australia. So they met each other during a music festival. And they started traveling in the island as a documentary project to record ancient and traditional musical instruments. So they went to Vanuatu, they went to Fiji, Rapa Nui, and mainly island nations. So also Taiwan, because Taiwan is like a big island. And they started to document all those ancient instruments, sometimes instruments that you cannot travel with, like big bamboo pipe in Vanuatu, and they also in Vanuatu the woman water song. So women get together in the river and they have this song, traditional song that they sing, that you can see online also on their YouTube channel. And after that, they got inspired to put a band together from all these different places that they traveled to. So last year, in 2024, I did a tour with them in the US, and that was the first time I joined them. And the band was composed of two singers from Taiwan, two drummers, dad and daughter from Papua New Guinea, Sami from Madagascar, a singer from Mauritius Island, and a dancer from Mauritius Island. And we put this band together where we bring our own composition and arrange them with all the other instruments. So all the band is made with all the instruments are traditional instruments. So we say it's from the forest, and so we put all those traditions together and arrange each other's songs with those instruments. So that was the most interesting project I've done. So for example, there is on the song from the Mauritius singer, so Emlyn, a famous Mauritius singer. I had to integrate Toire and Vivo and etc. And vice versa.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting, and you could see the connections because historically the searchers said that we all came from Taiwan, from the big migration that started in Taiwan 5,000 years before Christ. So they actually sailed the vacas from Taiwan all the way in all the islands. And there are similarities. Like for example, now the Vivo Polynesian nose flute. If you look on Wikipedia, it says that it's a Polynesian instrument because we took it. Let's say we decided it's ours. But when you go back to Taiwan, in Taiwan they have double nose flute.
Yeah.
That they play like this. They have so.
Yeah, they're connoisseurs,
Enough said.
right? Connoisseurs. That's amazing. That's that's fascinating. At this point in your life, getting married soon, have a child, you're making all this music, many collaborations, Bird King, Mamu, Teri Utua, DJ Harmelo, the Small Island Big Song. I mean, things are culminating for you. And I think that was one of the most amazing experiences, that you were able to mix your traditional values with traditional values from around the world, kind of finding people who were similar to you in their cultural approach to making music, but in a melting pot. And so you guys did a type of world tour. How did that work? This Small Island Big Song, was this a tour, or how did that work? Was it in Europe or in the United States?
If you let's say there is this in Polynesia, we're not really aware of it, but in the world and in art festival worldwide, there is a huge community for world music. So in different festivals around the world, mainly world music festival, the Small Island Big Song is actually very well known, and they have toured the world already. The concept, so they changed the band depending on availability of everyone, and so last year they did this US tour. So it's like it's taken care by mostly by universities, because most cities in the United States, in the US, are university led.
Yeah,
it's all around the university campus. So they have those cultural programs in each city where we would attend, and during, like, we would stay in a different city each week doing workshops, and then on the Saturday or Friday we would do this the big show for the in the main cultural center or the main theater of the.
That's really
of the
interesting.
City. So we did this US tour, but they already toured many different places in the world before. They did Europe also, and last year was US, and this year we did the opening of the Holland Art Festival in Amsterdam. So in June 2025 we were in Amsterdam.
This is with the same initiative, Small Island Big
Small
Song.
Island Big Song, yeah. But new team, and this time when we did the tour last year, they already had the show together. So I just had to join in with 2 songs and fit those 2 songs into the set. But this year we went and we did 12 days of creation because they work on the new show. And that was 12 days creation, and the last day only 2 shows, and then we went home.
Okay.
But at the end of the second show, we were all like, "Hey man, we're ready to tour now." Like the show was very, very good.
Yeah.
And we did mostly the creation of the show in 12 days.
So we can be sure that we're going to see you participating in this initiative in the future.
Oh yeah, the big premiere is supposed to be next year in Australia, in the big World Music Festival in Perth. But there was this opportunity that came that Baba received, and they asked her if we could do the opening of the Holland Art Festival, and she put that together.
Yeah.
That's her superpower.
Yeah.
And Baba, the producer, she's the one who chooses which artist she thinks that could fit together.
Yeah, the puzzle.
Because
the vibes.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because it's really, you put people that you don't really know together.
Of course.
And hope it works.
It's going to vibe and everything's going to go right.
In the end, you see that people from the islands, that's how I really felt like the we are one kind of mentality. Because people from the island, we all have, and I think humans in general, we all have same needs.
Of course.
Same ways we get frustrated, same ways. And in the island, it's even more obvious when you meet each other. And it's like I think it's like the bigger the country, the bigger the difference.
Yeah.
With small country and big country.
Yeah.
And there with Small and Big Song, we could really feel like in the beginning, we just take our marks and stuff. But in the end, it's like, we're just the same. You can really feel that.
Just flowing.
Yeah, and that's really interesting to see that. And most artists that I collaborated with are professional. I would say I'm the only semi-professional because I still have a job I have a 8 to 5 job. The other artists they
full-time.
Yeah, full-time musicians in their country.
Mm. Do you aspire in the future to become full-time? I know we've spoken about this before. In French Polynesia here in Ma'ohinui, it's maybe it's not as evident. It's not as easy to dedicate your life fully to making music. It's not always viable. Would you aspire to be? I mean, it seems like your situation now is awesome. But in the future, would you aspire to be full-time musician and dedicate your life solely to music, making music and art?
We are planning with my wife to maybe move to France for a few years just to try that. But I'm not sure that I still have to try it.
Right.
But it's gonna be mainly then reggae music. And right now I feel like I'm full time.
Yeah.
But not full time making music. That's for sure.
Of course.
But I'm still checking if it's possible.
So that leads us right into the next segment. What are your future projects? What are your what types of ideas that do you have that you would like to pursue in the years to come?
So right now I'm working on the album. So in this album, I already released a few singles from the album. So Protect the Feno is going to be on it. Better Man, Atomic Testing, Maruru Te Atua, and I'm gonna release a physical, like about the end of this year, maybe beginning of next year, and working on making a film for each song, and maybe a bigger film all together with Sami and South Fiction. And then this year, I don't know why, but I wrote many songs at the same time as finishing all this project. And so I have a few different projects coming, like a guitar instrumental album, EP, like a five-piece EP, just guitar instrumental, referring to Michel Poroy, because I miss this kind of guitar ballads that we used to listen to when we were young. So I got really inspired making some. And then I have Tahitian songs like Aparima EP also. that I really want to release. And then I have a few strong new reggae composition that I would like to work on. And I started singing in French also, writing in French.
Yeah.
So that's what's coming next year.
I have a question about distribution. So today, I mean, back in the day, people would sell CDs and mixtapes. Today we have different platforms. How could people support you? I mean, I think you have a Spotify page. I mean,
Yes.
Where is the best source for people if they wanted to support you as an artist and to purchase your music? How could they do that?
Just by listening now, we're being supported. So that, I think that's the benefits of the internet. So people just by using the song on TikTok, we already get like rights. But the best way to support would be to buy the CD. Very cool. But just you can buy online the songs and listen to it. Listen to it is good.
So we can put a link in the description below so that people can go ahead and
Yeah, sure.
and a point of sale.
On their favorite platforms.
Okay, great.
Yes, so YouTube, Spotify, iTunes Music. iTunes Music is the best
Yeah.
platform for artists.
Is it, now tell I mean, I'm not very familiar with this domain, this distribution aspect, especially that it's, things have evolved quite rapidly over the years. Where is your best point of distribution today in terms of the monetary value that it's bringing you as an artist?
I would say YouTube, YouTube streams, and live concert.
Okay.
Live concert is the direct,
Right.
like people hire me to animate their event, and it's just contract.
How does that work with YouTube streams? Is that like you get paid for the advertisements that are on there, or how does that work?
Yeah, so YouTube is already like this huge institution by itself. So usually streamers, what they do is they open their channel, and then once they reach checkpoints, then YouTube proposed a contract to them to for revenues.
Yeah, to monetize.
To monetize, yeah, exactly. When you're a starting artist, you don't necessarily have a YouTube page, so you don't necessarily have subscribers and all that. So you use aggregators. Like I use iMusician, but there's also TuneCore, DistroKid. So these are aggregators who put your music for you on all the platforms. So instead of you going to iTunes, going to Spotify, hey, can you put my music on? You just go to those websites, and they are in contact with everyone, and they can get your revenue from YouTube even if you didn't reach those checkpoints on your channel. You don't even need to have a channel. So that's the job that they do, and you pay a monthly fee, or they have different kind of packages.
And how long have you been doing that for? Because I know when you have to pay for a service, you think long and hard before you actually purchase that
Yes.
subscription, because you need to be ready and to be able to use it to your advantage. So how long have you been using these tools?
Yeah, I think it's been 5 years now since my first release, Atomi Testing. So 2018.
Yeah. 2018.
Yes,
Yep,
yeah,
there it is.
8 years.
With with Bird King, yeah?
Yes, and it's been good. I use iMusicians. iMusicians is it used to not be a subscription model. So why I choose iMusician is because it's lifetime.
Okay.
You pay once,
Oh, that's great.
and your music will stay online.
Great.
TuneCore, you pay more, and you pay per music or per album per year. And if you stop paying, they take it off the platforms.
Right.
So if you disappear one day and and they stop getting the money, your music is gone.
Yeah.
iMusician, never gone.
Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah, some musicians do kind of disappear. You remember Tom Frazier? Melody.
Mm.
You feel like 16 years ago, we haven't seen him around since, you know? He's like
Yeah,
a one-hit single.
he's coming back.
Is he coming back?
Yeah, he just released a single with Dan Akil as well.
Okay.
A single about protecting the ocean recently.
Yeah.
But I thought the same thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's like
hey, man,
off the radar.
Yes, yes,
like
yes.
Martin John Doe too. Like the same 15 years ago, and then
True,
they're
true.
putting out hits and that are still great today, but it's kind of fall off the radar.
But I think I'm pretty sure they're still performing.
Okay.
Not releasing new music,
Right.
but still performing for their strong fans.
Yeah. So just to kind of wrap up on a production aspect for young musicians who are up and coming, you know, I think some of the barriers are actually technical issues like hardware. What would you recommend for young artists in terms of a setup? You know, I've seen your studio. It has the adequate material to get great quality recordings, but not breaking the bank. What would what would be your recommendations for young artists if they wanted to start recording vocals and music at their own homes? Or should they go see a studio locally? What would you recommend for young people here in French Polynesia in terms of their music production?
I would say it used to be a lot more costly before. Nowadays, I think it's really easy to get quality with not with a lot of money, but I would say a decent sound card. But you don't need much money to produce. My main advice to the young producers, especially in music, I would say if you already have a decent computer, decent sound card, just make sure that you keep the good vibe with the artist that
Right.
you work with. I think that's the essential that we tend to forget sometimes. Like that even if you don't have the best mic yet, you have a shit computer, you record on your phone, whatever. If this day you are with the artist and you see something, you can already record the best demo that is going to become the song later. Because I used to do that, like record the demo with like this microphone on the
Yeah.
that used to
Like a
for
gaming headphone,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And I used this microphone to record the guitar, but the vibe was there,
Right.
and that became a song 10 years later.
Okay.
But nowadays it's even easier to do that. Even with the iPhone, even if you
Yeah.
have an iPhone, you can record a good demo.
Yeah.
At the moment you have the vibe and you have the first
Inspiration.
and you manage to
Capture it.
that. I think that's the best.
Yeah. So very important. So that's more of the vibe aspect. From a
Yeah.
technical aspect, you're speaking of a good sound card. Would that be something like the Red Scarlet? Like, what would you recommend? Something or anything in particular?
Red Scarlet is very good.
Yeah.
Red Scarlet is. I was looking at sound cards recently, and I think even the cheapest sound card now is very good.
Yeah.
Because we used to have really bad a conversion before.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was recording stuff in Audacity, and you could not get above 62. I don't know how to explain that technically, but
Right.
the conversion rates were very low. It's like we were recording on less than MP3s.
Yeah.
Before we couldn't record high quality because the computer wouldn't follow, and it was very shitty quality, but
Yeah.
the vibe was so good.
Yeah. Vibes.
Now I'm just saying that because we're talking technology,
Yeah.
but technology, even high priced or low priced technology, if it's a barrier, then you lose.
Right.
Because even very high gear,
Yeah.
you cannot be able to
Have
to,
the
to
right
use.
energy.
Exactly. So it's not about the technology. Nowadays, anyone can buy cheap mic and make good things.
Yeah.
But you have to take the barrier of the technology out of the production. Otherwise, you're not gonna go really.
Yeah, just to sum it up, it's all about the energy first. Get your inspiration, record it by any means that you can, and then just make sure that you keep the good vibes with the artists who you're working with. The technical aspect is less important. It'll come, with time.
And even less today, because with few money you can get good stuff.
Cool.
Mm.
Well, we're gonna be wrapping this up really soon. I just wanted to do a segment that we're calling rapid fire questions. So just a couple quick questions, kind of out of
One
the
word answer.
ordinary. Yeah. So what would be your favorite Tahitian food? Uh-uh.
Uh, coconut milk, raw fish.
All right.
Yes.
So some of your Polynesian artists that you would like to give shout outs to.
Old or young?
Whatever, I mean, you can do both. Definitely both.
Okay, Teisho, Tetofa. I really like what he does. He's from the Tuamotu, and he's releasing a song right now called Kawake about the moon. I really like what he does.
Cool. So do you have some favorite places here in the country or around the world? Some favorite ocean spots, mountains, forests?
Moria, Chiahura.
Yeah.
That's real paradise to me.
Yeah.
That spot.
How would you describe your island home to the rest of the world?
Paradise.
And what would be like one of your dream goals for collaborations?
Or maybe Angelo. Shout out to Angelo, also a huge inspiration to us, Tahitian artist. That would be a nice collaboration.
Yeah.
Maybe one of my dream collaboration. Yeah.
Awesome. That would be awesome. You have any call to actions like that you would like to throw out there? Any messages that you would like to put out there into the ether of upcoming things that you would like to make people aware of, or any final messages?
Yeah, just big thanks to the Nuna, to all the people that lived nice experiences listening to my music. I'm really grateful. I cannot be grateful enough to all this. I would say I've been working hard many years for this. Like I started music at 13, and now it's been more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's only like those last 5 years that the hook took,
Right.
And I'm really happy. I can really feel the love when we sing live now. People know the lyrics. It's the first time I feel this as great as it is today, and I'm really happy. And just thank you to everyone that enjoy our music, what we do, and of course to all my friends that helped me on the way, and my family and my wife and my daughter now. My daughter, who is also helping me in my music. Like sometimes she sing a full song, like verse, chorus, from the back of her head.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, the kids are precious. The children are so precious. And it helps us keep our inner child alive too, which I believe
Exactly.
is super important.
Yes.
Aremistic, thank you so much. It's been an hour. Thank you guys for watching Aremistic. You guys can support them. Description and the link below. Aloha. Mahalo, brother.
Yeah, mahalo, bro. Makan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Kokua vibes.
Yeah, brother. Cool vibes.